It's Steve at the Metal and Wood channel. Call me Crazy Steve if you want to. The Chainsaw Cult does. Why not, right? So that is a original Husqvarna XP Torque, which I bought because I want to show that when you touch this saw, it's exactly similar, exactly like my saws that I've been dealing with. Okay, so this guy named Charles Brisco out there, he's doing videos and he's being coy and he's thinking that if I could say all this nasty bullshit and lie about this guy, if I don't use his name, then I'm somehow going to be protected under free speech, criticism, commentary. I don't know. No, it's still defamation when it's obvious who you're talking about and you're too coward to say it. My name is Steve Santhuff, Charles. Whenever you talk about me, I want you to mention my goddamn name. Do you understand? I want you to not be the coward that you are, and I want you to mention my name. So, you said that I'm ripping somebody off, or somebody got one of my saws, they paid too much, and they've had nothing but problems with it. There's been 2 people off of YouTube who have bought my 372 XPs that I have. 2 people. They were both out of New York State. All right? Neither of those two people contacted me about any problems, even though they know they had a guarantee. You pulled this same stunt before when you posted that Hanakawa stuff. You posted that Hanakawa stuff and that same story at that point in time, yet nobody has contacted me about it. So if somebody's willing to tell you they got a problem, and if they really got one of my saws, why aren't they willing to tell me? I will bend over backwards to help anybody and everybody, and I got videos on my channel to prove it. And the last guy, just the other day, there's a police officer that got a bogus, nasty 381 from years ago, and he and I hadn't been in contact, and I gave him a free 372. I gave it to his son. It's on video. He didn't end up getting the cap right here because none of those ship anymore with caps from any place because all the freight forwarders don't want the caps in them, just like what you showed in your video. You haven't proved that that's my saw, and you haven't proved I asked you to pay $600, and you haven't proved you bought it for $130 or $150, and you cannot prove that you can get 10 for $80. I'm calling you a liar, Charles. Charles Brisco in Michigan on YouTube with the Charles Brisco YouTube channel is a liar for making those statements. And he is a liar for saying that somebody out there has got a problem with the saw that I sold him, and that person, if they really do, they've never contacted me, and why is that? So I don't believe you, Charles. I want you to prove what you're saying, and I'm going to do a video every damn day if I have to, or 2 or 3, until you quit being a coward. And leave me the hell alone, Charles. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know if you're jealous. I don't know if you got a problem with counterfeit clone saws, whatever you want to call them. You're buying them. If you got a problem with counterfeit saws, as you call them, clone saws out of patent, you don't know the laws. If you got a problem, why are you buying them? You talked about buying 2 or 3 before the ones that you bought that you try to say are mine. By the way, if you got my saws, you got damn good saws. You need to show what's wrong with that saw or what's good about that saw, and don't do a dishonest Doug Philbeck. You're trying to be like Doug Philbeck. You pulled one of his plays, getting some saws, acting like they're mine, but you want to act like you can get away with it for not mentioning my name. You can't. You just moved yourself to the spot you were in before. You'll be a defendant. You all think I'm joking. You'll find out. You're a defendant now. I told you I'd pull you off that list. We kissed and made up last time. It's on, buddy. It's on. It's your move. It's your move. Every day I'll challenge you to prove what you're saying. You can look in all my background. A federal judge called me a liar, and it was the state officer that lied, and I proved it. I proved that state officer lied because I got his time card that says he robbed my house with some federal agents when I'd been working undercover with federal agents. And that state officer lied, and that's in the court records. Okay? You don't call me a fraud or liar or cheat without some evidence. Okay? And you're not going to get away with it. So I'm calling you out on it. You don't have such a good history with your people that you've dealt with. People don't like the work you've been doing. I'm posting the stuff that you've been doing. But you need to post anything negative about me that's proof. You need to prove what you're saying. I'm sick and tired of people like you, Charles. You said, I'm not in a cult. You're in the damn chainsaw cult, man. You're nasty and sick and demented like the rest of them.